Alright y'all, I'm going to try to make this video while I'm at work here, and depends on how fast the skidder comes back. It might be in a couple parts, but anyway, I want to start off saying I forgot my microphone at home, so I'm holding it close and hopefully that the audio is halfway decent. So I'm at work today, and we're moving into the hardwood stuff now, so we got to do more chainsaw work, limbing it up, and eventually I'll be cutting down the bigger trees with the chainsaw and all that fun stuff. Of course, it rained last night, and it's kind of drizzling rain now, and all that fun stuff. So we enjoyed a week, or maybe a little over a week, of actual sunshine and things that dried out, and we seen a little bit of dust for the first time this year, so that was cool. But now we're back to good old-fashioned mud and water everywhere. But anyway, these were the new boots. So far they are holding up good though. My other ones I've been wearing them about 3 years, and they didn't run their course. They were cracking and coming apart, and you know, water getting in and all that fun stuff. So time to upgrade. But anyway, I was thinking about some prepping stuff, kind of some mindset stuff. And anyway, y'all know me. Most of you know I grew up in the country on a small farm, and my dad's in the logging business, and I work for a family business. I don't think I told y'all that yet, but anyway, there it is. One reason why I get to sit down and make YouTube videos on the job, so hey. But anyway, I grew up in the country with farm stuff. They had cows and a couple chickens, and every now and then we raise a couple hogs a year and stuff like that. But it kind of gives you a different perspective, I think, than maybe some people that grew up in the city. Also, I was a homeschool kid. I went to school in the beginning part to about first grade, and then I was homeschooled after that. So I wasn't around a lot of the other kids and the crap that kids get into. You know, all the wrong crowds, the drugs, the carrying on and partying, and high school drama when you get into that, and all that stuff. Like I said, I see it on TV, but I wasn't exposed to it, so that's really a big blessing, I think. It kind of gives me a different walk of life, maybe. So anyway, I was thinking about all that and the backstory like that, and how some people are maybe even allergic to hard work. I know most of the ones my generation, I'm a millennial, I'm 28, and most of the ones, a lot of the ones around here that I know are my age, you know, don't work, or if they do, they have a very minimal job and a minimal work ethic and all that kind of stuff. But I got a couple buddies, you know, that I hung with, and one of them was a homeschool kid like me. You know, I mean, they're out there doing stuff. He's got his own business. He went to college, paid off his own college debt and everything. I mean, he's on the ball. And that goes back to being a different breed of people. Like I said, he grew up country. He grew up hanging, you know, we hung out together. He was homeschooled as well, so we hung out a lot during the week, you know, when most kids were in school and getting indoctrinated, if you will. So kind of makes different people. And going back with prepping and homesteading, but mainly I'm talking about prepping at the moment, is a lot of preppers are not as prepared for hard times as they think they are. A lot of them have more things than I do. They have more preps than I do. But do they really have the mindset? You know what I mean? You can tell the ones that can do the things to survive and the ones who weren't cut out for it. Like I said, I grew up, out here doing hard work, farm stuff, logging and stuff like that. Y'all have seen enough of my videos to know that I just ain't cut out for college. And well, you can go to college for different things, but the normal college, doctor, lawyer, pencil pusher, office worker type thing, that ain't me. So here comes the skidder. I'm gonna have to limb up a drag and hopefully I can remember where I left off. All right, where were we? But anyway, as I was saying, it makes different kind of people, and depending on what scenario you're prepping for, if it's like a 3-day power outage, no big deal. But if you're thinking long-term, worst case scenario, full collapse, SHTF, actual, then it's going to take strong people. It's going to take people willing to do the things, willing to get dirty, and do whatever it takes. Now, I watch The Walking Dead. I love that show. I'm a big fan. I don't know if you are, but of course it's TV, a lot of stupid stuff and dramatic stuff just for sake of TV, but there are some lessons in there if you look. One that comes to mind is when the world fell apart, things happen, people die, whatever. The kids like Carl and Judith and ones like that grew up in it, it didn't bother them that bad. They adapted really quick. And while everybody else is still in the OODA loop and crying and all that kind of stuff, they're like done with it, ready to do what needs to be done. If you remember back in season 2, Shane on there was a really terrible guy, and he was made to be a movie villain or TV villain, whatever. But as you can see, he was one of the people that his mindset clicked really quick that it was SHTF and it was time to put away the kid gloves and do the things. So again, TV show, don't go full Shane, but there are some lessons in there if you look. Now, bringing it back on a real level, and I always hate doing a lot of talking videos because I feel like I talk in circles, but hey, anyway. If you have a full-blown scenario, say marauders, say whatever, enemies at the gate type of situation, when it's time to grab rifles and plate carriers, if you never used them and you're not familiar with them, you haven't trained with them, you're not going to be very useful. I'll tell you another thing. If you've only been in a city, you've been to a flat range shooting or whatever, you ain't ready for out here. When you have that situation, everything is not going to be done on a 70-degree, full, sunny, pretty day. Sometimes you're going to have to strap on your boots, grab your rifle and your plate carrier, and you're going to have to come right here through this. Which this ain't bad right now. It's not as bad as it was a couple of weeks ago, but a whole lot of people, their shoes don't look like this. And you'll probably see this video. It's one in specifically that was joking with this morning on Messenger, but it ain't you, Rev. This is just a generalization, if you will. I know you're a pretty boy, but I know you'll do it if it comes to it. But I'm talking to a lot of you out there maybe watch my channel, or maybe all of you are like I am. But if you are, here's a plug. Share the video out, and maybe some of the ones that are not quite there yet can watch and get something from it. But working in the woods, we work in the rain, in the snow a little bit. We don't work when the roads are terrible and unsafe, but if it's snow laying around in the woods, we still work. And rain, snow, heat, you know, we work year-round outside, which when we're in pine and stuff, we're generally in the equipment with heat and AC, but you still have to do outside stuff and trimming trailers and all. And we're in the hardwood right now, and we cut some back in the summer when it was 100 degrees, and we were still out here with chainsaws. So, you know, it's not an all the time thing, but when it needs to be done, we step up. So that's working in 100-degree heat, you know, 0 degrees outside, wind blowing, cold, ice, snow, whatever. It builds your mindset ready for more SHTF type scenarios. Like I said, when it's muddy outside, I grab my boots and go. When we're working out here and something breaks down, we blow a hydraulic hose or something. Unless it's something too complicated, we generally fix it. I got a truck full of tools just for that. And I posted some videos on here of doing things and being dirty and greasy and stuff, and I ain't afraid of hard work or getting dirty. When it comes to it, it's time to strap up and get it done. So here comes the skidder again. Alright, them John Deere skidders are too fast. Every time I get into making a YouTube video, here it comes back again. But anyway, maybe it's good. It kind of gives it different sections in the video. And I'll be honest with you, I'm out here now. I'd rather be in my studio making this video. When I do sit down talk type videos, a lot of times I have more time at work for one reason or another, so I do it here. But honestly, it's easier that way. You get in like a creative zone, like somebody writing or an actor getting ready for a role or something. They get in their little creative zone and it gets the juices flowing, less distractions. At work, it's always somebody coming up and stopping you for one reason or another. But anyway, let's jump on this horse now. When it comes to SHTF actual, it's not going to be sunshine and rainbows. It's going to be the worst day, and if you make it longer than that, the worst time period of your life. So that's what you got to prepare for. You got to have your mindset right. It's not buy this knife, you're good to go. Buy this gun, you're good to go. Buy this medical kit, you're good to go. Now, yes, you should have a medical kit, you should have a trauma kit, but you also need to know how to use them. I was fortunate enough, my buddy's moved away now, but he was here long enough. He taught me a lot of stuff, a lot of mindset stuff, a lot of tactical stuff, and a lot of medical stuff. I'll link his video in the description here so you can go check his channel out. He's got a lot of good stuff on there. Most of his good stuff's on Patreon. I follow him there and everything like that. So anyway, it's the Shield Bearer of Faith. I'll put it in the description. But when it comes to that, you got everybody, all the preppers say you need a rifle, plate carrier, and IFAK. Yes, that's true. You also need to know how to use them and have the mindset for it. Now, the IFAK may not be for somebody else. It's called an IFAK for a reason. It's intended to be your IFAK. It might be your blood that needs to be stopped. Now, you got to be prepared for that. You got to have the skill to do it, and you got to have the mindset. If you're the kind of person that freaks out at the sight of blood, whether it's yours or not, you may be in trouble. I can tell you from experience. I've had a few traumatic experiences that I'm not going to quite go into right now. But sometimes it's your blood that has to be stopped. Sometimes it's you that needs the first aid. So be prepared for that. If you are the type of person that's squeamish or faint at the sight of blood, I don't really know what to tell you or how to help you. I wish I did, but you need to figure out a way to overcome that. And there's probably lots of other things that I would like to say during this video. Maybe there'll be a part 2 down the road. I'll do some notes and get things more organized or whatever, but that's just what I felt like I needed to hit on this morning. So I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you're prepping. I hope you're stacking all the things, and you also have the mindset and the heart set to go with it. So with all that being said, stay prepped up, prayed up, and strapped up. See ya.